Hey everyone, Synth Designer here again, and we're continuing our series called Synthwave Essentials. Today we're going to be talking about another keys preset called Bright Light, and it's in my Synthwave Essentials Volume 1 pack that you can find on my website. Go to this description and you'll find the link. It's absolutely free to download, no signups required, so go out and get it. First, let's hear how it sounds. I'm going to play you a clip from my song called Night Train. So if you like that song or want to hear more of it, you could go to my description and find my Spotify and SoundCloud links as well. So anyway, let's get into how to create this preset. So as you can see, I have all three oscillators working here, two sine waves here, one on the sub and one on oscillator A. And then I have this bent out of shape saw wave that we'll discuss in a minute. First, I just want to point out, as like many of my patches, I don't want to go through the LFO here, but a lot of my patches you'll find have a kind of movement to them on the fine knobs here. I almost always put something on here when it comes to synthwave sounds, just to give it that kind of character. And to not let them stay too static. So let's bypass these here and bypass them here. That sounds cool. It's a big sound. And then let's put that back on. Kind of gives that detuned wobble, but very, very subtle. But it makes a big difference in the end. Let's look over here and you'll see that there's unison, 4 voice of unison on oscillator B, and it's also up an octave. So let's just turn that down. Completely different. But once you add that extra bit, extra octave, sorry, it really adds to the sound. And as you'll see here, the bend in the warp section is turned on, and it's turned up all the way. The LFO here is on just a quarter note rate, and it makes a huge difference when it comes to the sound. So let's bypass this. Yeah, it kind of sounds okay, but it really makes a difference when it's on. Gives it that flutter to it, that gives it the character. The envelopes here, very similar. Envelope 2 is attached to the filter. Now when we turn off the filter, actually it's not a bad sound when you turn off the filter here. If you need that kind of upper harmonics, then that's actually great just to turn it off and keep it off. I do keep it off of the A oscillator because it doesn't make too much of a difference. But it does tame B a lot when you turn it off. And when you turn it on, sorry. So here's it off, and here's it on. Just that upper range is kind of gone a little bit. I do turn up a little bit of a drive, not much resonance here. So let's go over to the effects and discuss those. As you can see, reverb and delay dominate the sound. I really have a lot of delays in the upper range, but pretty much nothing in the lower. And you could hear it just bouncing like crazy. It's just completely dead. And when it's on, it really makes a difference. Reverb as well, obviously. You don't necessarily need the reverb. You can use a third-party plugin, and oftentimes you need to add a little bit anyway. But it really adds a lot of character to it, and I did cut out some of the lows as well. So that's about it. It really acts as a great complement to your sounds, and also you can use it as a lead if you want. But I think it's really meant more of a kind of as an accent to everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, go download this pack. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.